Disturbing and graphic details have been released in how Midstate correctional inmate Messiah Nantwi died on March 1st. This as 10 corrections officers from both Midstate and Marcy correctional facilities are indicted and face a judge in Oneida County Court for the first time. It is your top story tonight. First, let's break down the top charges for each defendant. Charged with murder, manslaughter, gang assault, and more are Kayla Blair and Jonah Levi. Manslaughter, gang assault, conspiracy, and more, Thomas Eck, Craig Klemick, Daniel Berger, Francis Chandler, and David Ferrone. Charged with conspiracy, Nicholas Vitale. Tampering with physical evidence, Daniel Slauson. And offering a false instrument for filing, Michael Efert. News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris was in court for today's proceedings. She has the graphic details from the indictment, how Messiah Nantwi died, and how some of the corrections officers charged in his death are accused of trying to cover it up.
The ones who used to hold the keys wore the cuffs into Oneida County Court Wednesday, charged with crimes ranging from manslaughter and murder.
Not an intentional murder, but a murder so depraved and so wanton and disregarding of human life that New York law allows it to rise to the level of intentional murder.
To gang assault and conspiracy.
On the following morning, at a diner called Raspberries in Oneida County, all of the co-conspirators met and agreed to continue with the story that everything they did was completely proper.
The special prosecutor says 10:55 a.m. March 1st, Midstate Correctional Facility inmate Messiah Nantwi was fine, and by 10:58, a radio call was made for backup and a CERT team response. Special Prosecutor Bill Fitzpatrick says the grand jury in this case suggests it's something that spiraled out of control unnecessarily.
The alleged contact that began between the National Guard and Mr. Nantwi had to do with Mr. Nantwi interjecting himself in another incarcerated individual's effort to obtain medication.
Some of the 10 officers charged in Midstate Correctional Facility inmate Messiah Nantwi's death are accused of beating him with their fists, boots, and batons in the head, delivering 69 blows to his body alone, continuing the assault in a stairwell on the way to the infirmary, and dumping the 22-year-old in a holding cell in the infirmary, and continuing the assault there with a conscious effort to cover it up.
Fragments of Mr. Nantwi's entrance into the infirmary are captured on one corrections officer's body-worn camera. It is not a continuing flow, but there are enough indications to name and identify the individuals involved and some of the things that occurred. Many other corrections officers, apparently intentionally, either turned off their cameras, placed them in an area of concealment, or simply looked the other way.
After the deadly assault, Fitzpatrick says, came a plot to plant a weapon, a plot that was caught on tape.
A body-worn camera intentionally hung in a men's room at the infirmary of Midstate caught two of the co-conspirators discussing the conspiracy to plant the weapon, again posthumously, on Mr. Nantwi.
From the State Corrections Commissioner in Utica today, acknowledgement and a promise to do better.
The people entrusted to our care deserve better than this. We hired external law firms to conduct a full review of the system, which is currently underway.
Not in court today, 6 others who are cooperating with the special prosecutor, 2 of whom are pleading guilty to felonies, 4 to misdemeanors. The 10 officers in court today are due back in Oneida County Court through May to report on plea offers. Those for whom bail was set posted bail. Jolene Ferris, News Channel 2.